You know, every time we think we've seen it all from Shohei Ohtani, he finds a way to raise the bar again. What this guy is doing in Major League Baseball just doesn't feel real sometimes. And over the weekend, he gave fans yet another jaw-dropping moment, one of those rare plays that gets the whole league talking. We're talking about pure firepower on the mound. Shohei stepped up and threw the single fastest pitch of his entire MLB career while facing the Kansas City Royals. 101.7 miles per hour. Let that sink in for a second. That's not just a heater. That's a rocket. And the reaction from Royals slugger Vinny Pasquantino, it was absolutely priceless. He just couldn't help but break out in laughter because really, what do you even do when a guy throws something that fast and makes it look so effortless? What makes this moment even more electric is the history behind it. Ohtani had previously reached 102 miles per hour, but that was during the World Baseball Classic last year when he faced Italy. Still, that was international play. This pitch, this absolute missile, happened right in the heart of a regular season MLB game. And wouldn't you know it, both of those high-speed bullets were delivered to the same guy, Vinny Pasquantino. That's got to be one of the most brutal personal matchups in baseball right now. Imagine being the one who constantly gets picked for the fastest pitch of Ohtani's life, twice. It's almost poetic if it weren't so terrifying for hitters. Pasquantino, by the way, isn't just some rookie who's never seen elite stuff before. He's had a few chances to go up against Ohtani back when Shohei was still with the Los Angeles Angels. Across those meetings in the big leagues, he's gone 1-for-4 with 2 strikeouts. And during their showdown in the World Baseball Classic, he walked once and struck out another time. So yeah, it's been tough sledding for him every time he's had to deal with Ohtani's ridiculous arsenal. And now, with that 101.7 miles per hour fastball seared into his memory, he's part of a very exclusive and slightly unfortunate club. But the real headline here isn't just about velocity. It's about what this moment represents for Ohtani's return to the mound. Because let's not forget, this guy hadn't pitched at all in 2024, not a single inning. And that's because he went through Tommy John surgery following that elbow injury in the previous season. That's major. Coming back from something like that is a long, uncertain road. Some pitchers take years to feel normal again, and some never do. But Shohei, he makes it look like he never left against the Royals. He not only pitched but threw multiple innings for the first time since his return to scoreless innings. With a strikeout, no signs of hesitation, no rust, just domination. And sure, the Dodgers didn't win that game. The Royals managed to pull off the victory, evening out the series. But let's be real. The storyline wasn't about the final score. It was about the fact that Shohei Ohtani was back on the mound, lighting up the radar gun, and doing it with the same confidence and command that made him a 2-time MVP. Actually, make that potentially 3-time. Because the way he's playing, he's very much in the mix to win another one. Now, it's important to understand Ohtani's role in this current Dodgers setup. He's still being used as an opener, not as a traditional starter who's expected to go deep into games, and that's smart. It's all about easing him back in and protecting that arm. But even in limited action, he's reminding everyone just how special he is. Since giving up a run to the Padres in his first outing back on June 16th, he hasn't allowed anything. 3 consecutive scoreless innings since then. That's a strong signal that he's settling in and starting to feel more and more at home on the mound again. And when Ohtani is comfortable, watch out. What's wild is that we're not just talking about his pitching. No, far from it. This guy is doing all of this while continuing to mash at the plate. In that same series against the Royals, he kicked things off by launching his 29th home run of the season. That's not a typo, 29. And just to flex a little more, he also ripped his 7th triple of the year. The numbers are mind-boggling. The consistency is unreal. He's producing offense like a full-time designated hitter while also throwing fire on the mound. It's the kind of performance that we haven't seen since, well, the last time Shohei Ohtani played, because no one else does this. No one else can do this. So let's put this in context. You've got a guy who didn't pitch for nearly a full year, comes back from a serious arm surgery, and immediately hits triple digits on the gun, not once, but with the fastest pitch of his entire MLB career. Then, in the same breath, he's helping power his team offensively with home runs, triples, and clutch at-bats. That's not just a good player. That's a generational talent doing things we've never seen before at this level. It's no wonder the Dodgers were so aggressive in bringing him over, and it's already paying off in a massive way. At this point in the season, the Dodgers are sitting comfortably atop the National League West, holding a solid 7-game lead. They've got the best record in all of baseball, and it's not by accident. Ohtani's contribution has been monumental. He's not just a piece of the puzzle. He's the guy turning the whole machine. And with the team eyeing another deep playoff run, potentially defending their World Series title, Shohei's dual threat presence is more valuable than ever. Think about that. The last team to successfully defend a World Series title was the Yankees, way back in 2000. We're talking over 2 decades. That's how hard it is. But with Ohtani firing on all cylinders, suddenly that goal feels more realistic than ever. And hey, let's not forget what kind of energy Ohtani brings off the field too. His teammates feed off it. The fans absolutely love him. Stadiums buzz when he steps on the field, whether he's hitting or pitching. There's a different vibe when he's involved, and it lifts everyone around him. Even opposing players like Pasquantino can't help but smile and shake their heads after experiencing it, because deep down they know they're witnessing something historic, something that just doesn't come around often in baseball or in sports in general. Digging deeper into Shohei Ohtani's season so far, it's clear that his impact goes well beyond just raw numbers. When you watch him play, there's a certain aura, a blend of skill and confidence that's hard to put into words. On the mound, his fastball isn't just about speed, it's about control, deception, and timing. He mixes in sliders, splitters, and changeups with surgical precision, keeping hitters guessing every step of the way. That 101.7-mile-per-hour pitch, it wasn't a one-off flash. It was part of a carefully crafted approach designed to dominate, and it's a reminder that even after a long layoff, Ohtani hasn't lost an ounce of his elite stuff. At the plate, the story is just as compelling. Shohei's swing is a masterpiece, powerful yet fluid, with a rhythm that speaks 2 hours of practice and a natural athleticism that few possess. His ability to switch hit adds another layer of complexity for opposing pitchers who struggle to find an edge no matter which side of the plate he steps up to. The home runs and triples are exciting highlights, but the consistency in his batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging tell the real story of a player locked in and firing on all cylinders. For the Dodgers, having a player like Ohtani is like winning the baseball lottery. His dual threat capability forces opponents to rethink their game plans entirely. Pitchers have to prepare for his bat and hitters have to be ready for his arm. It creates a dynamic that few teams in the history of the sport have ever experienced. And it's giving the Dodgers a unique advantage as the regular season moves toward the playoffs. Speaking of the playoffs, the pressure is already mounting, and the Dodgers are showing no signs of slowing down. After their recent series win against the Royals, they not only strengthened their position in the division but also sent a message to the rest of the league. They are here to compete and defend their crown. The World Series defense is a rare feat, and with Shohei Ohtani on the roster, the Dodgers have a weapon that can change the course of any game on any given day. It's also worth noting how Ohtani's presence is inspiring younger players around the league. Seeing someone excel as both a top-tier pitcher and a dominant hitter challenges the traditional roles we've come to accept in baseball. It encourages innovation, pushes boundaries, and reminds everyone that with the right talent and determination, the impossible is achievable. This influence will likely ripple through the sport for years to come, as aspiring athletes look up to him as a symbol of what can be done with dedication and passion. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Could tensions be brewing between one of baseball's most prominent voices and one of its marquee franchises? That's the question echoing through sports circles after Joe Buck, longtime broadcaster and national icon in the booth, offered some pointed words about the Los Angeles Dodgers' recent performances. While not an outright takedown, Buck's comments were sharp enough to raise eyebrows and spark speculation about deeper frustrations, either on his end or possibly within Major League Baseball itself. During a recent appearance on a national podcast, Buck made what some are calling a thinly veiled jab at the Dodgers' postseason history and current roster moves. They've got the payroll, they've got the stars, but for whatever reason, come October, something always seems to short circuit, Buck said. It's like watching a high-performance machine stall at the worst possible moment. though the comment was couched in the usual broadcaster neutrality. Insiders say it sounded unusually pointed coming from someone of Buck's stature. Fans and analysts alike are now dissecting every word, wondering whether Buck's critique signals a broader disillusionment with the way the Dodgers are being run, or simply a veteran broadcaster expressing frustration over a team that consistently underperforms when it matters most. Some are even speculating that Buck may be reflecting a sentiment quietly held by others in the league, including former players and rival executives. This isn't the first time Buck has criticized a team, but rarely has his tone felt so loaded. Could it be that the Dodgers' reputation as perennial contenders, with only one World Series title since 1988, is beginning to wear thin on national commentators? Or perhaps there's more to the story behind the scenes, and Buck is merely giving voice to what many in baseball already whisper. For now, it remains just that, a murmur, a hint, a rumor. But in a league where perception matters almost as much as performance, even a few carefully chosen words from Joe Buck can stir a storm in Dodger blue. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.